Hello, everyone. This is a race I had in GT Sport last week. It's 8 laps of Spa in Group 3 cars. I'm in the NSX. It's racing hard tires, 5x fuel consumption, and 7x tire wear. I'm starting 5th here. Pretty good qualifying position. Pretty strong lobby here. Mix of A plus mostly, maybe 1 or 2 S. So here we go. So the unfortunate part about starting around 5th is that it puts you in a really bad position for the rolling start. You're on the inside of that last chicane, and it just doesn't let you get a very good exit onto the start-finish line. So you're at a slight disadvantage, I find, when you start around this qualifying position. But anyway, let's see how it goes. As you will see, I've already changed my engine mode to 2 because there is a need to fuel save for this race. So getting passed here by 2 cars pretty much simultaneously on both sides, so that's slightly intimidating. Didn't get the best exit out of the Eau Rouge and Gradient complex. And that's mostly true for me in most of my racing here at Spa. I'm not the greatest at nailing that corner. I have done it full throttle offline, but I'm not brave enough to risk that in an 8-lap race. So it seems like how the race goes for me is that I lose time on the first straight, so including the Eau Rouge and Gradient complex, and then I gain time in this section here in the twistier part where the NSX really seems to shine for me. The front end seems very pointy, and I'm able to gain some time back. So I think someone must have quit the race up front because I got passed by 2 people, and but I was still in 6th until just now when Aguiar 12 goes past. Has a 0.5 second penalty, and I've left the door wide open, so little regret. Takes a look on the inside, but I'm able to keep the position for now. It's always so hairy when you go through that last chicane too wide. I'm always very cautious when that happens. Like I said before, there is a need to fuel save for this race, otherwise you will run out of fuel. So that's why you see me short shift, even on fuel mode 2. Fuel mode, engine map, whatever you want to call it. So a little regret. It's gonna definitely get past here. No reason to fight it at this point in the race. During the earlier part of the week, I was definitely seeing people try the 1-stop and just go flat out, but that does seem to be slower in terms of total race time than just doing some fuel saving and then doing a no stop. So that's what I did pretty much the whole week, just no stops. So pretty much have a huge train going here. Only the person in first has any sort of a real gap. Everyone else from second all the way down to me in 8th is back to back. This corner is so satisfying if you get it right, but it's so hard to get it almost flat out. I think you can do it flat out, but in the race, I'm probably lifting. I am definitely lifting a little bit. So I meant that right-hander before this one. So I don't expect to make any ground up on anyone on the next straight, because as I was telling you, I see lose a decent chunk of time on that straight. I don't necessarily think it's much to do with the car. I think it's just me, because other people in the NSX don't seem to lose as much time. So as you can see, I'm already losing time. So clearly my exit out of La Sauce is not that great, and neither is my line through there, and I'm not really getting it flat out like I was saying before. So, but I am still I was within the drafting range. But anyway, we've skipped forward a lap now. Nothing really changed. Seems like 5th place has moved up a little and gained a little bit of a gap to 6th place, but I'm still in 8th with Aguiar 12 and Little Regret right in front. So at least we're sticking with them. And this is kind of the story of the race, where it seems like Aguiar 12, Little Regret, and I just are very similar in terms of the lap times that we're able to pull. So I lose time on the straight, and then I gain it back in this section here, and then it happens over and over and over. I found the balance of power to be, or balance of performance, is that what it is? To be working really well on this track for these Group 3 cars. Like, people were running all kinds of different cars, and they were all competitive. Oh, so Little Regret and Aguiar 12 fighting a little bit, so I'm able to go past Little Regret here. Oh, a little bump there. So we're up in 7th, but at this point, I really don't think I'm going to be able to keep it. So let's see what happens. Little Regret is already gaining on me. I'm always scared that someone's going to try and make a pass through Eau Rouge and Rédillon, and it's going to go horribly wrong. Someone has done that online to me before, where they tried to pass in that complex, and I basically just had to back out of it to not cause a collision. So as expected, Little Regret goes through again. We're back down to 8th. Tire wear, while it is a factor in this race, but to me it didn't seem like a big deal. You can pretty much not worry too much about tires and be just fine. At least in this car. The only cars I really tried in this daily race were the Porsche and then the NSX. Both of them seemed very good on the tires and quite competitive. Though I seem to be able to be a little bit faster in the NSX during the race. The Porsche is definitely more stable, but the NSX is faster if you can not make too many mistakes and handle it. Where's that little lift? The AstroTurf on this track is so deadly. I've definitely gone off on the AstroTurf a few times, and just spins you right away. Doggy R12 and Little Regret still fighting amongst themselves, which is helping me just stick to the back of them. So 3 laps to go. No real issues with fuel. 3.3 is the estimated left, so should be good there. Slow, quite slow through there. If I can get the line right, I'm able to exit that complex at least 140, and there I wasn't really doing that, I feel like. If I get it really hooked up, I can exit that at maybe 143, 144. Oh, IBR12 running a little bit wide, but no place to pass or go for a move there, I think. So Little Regret pulling away very slightly from IBR12. Oh, there goes that cone. Cones can be deadly in this game. Definitely had a cone just throw me. So some people, I think, disable the cones so that they don't do that. They can definitely ruin a race, and it has for me in the past. Well, so IBR12 runs a little wide, and I'm able to just go clean past him. Question is whether I'm going to be able to keep it or not. They are gaining. The slipstream is strong on this track. There's so many places you can gain time. So it's very important, I feel like, to be in slipstream range to the person in front. So Hudafi there pitted, and so gain a position because of that. So up into 6th with 2 laps to go. It's so nice to see Polyphony Digital push out new content for this game week after week. Like this edition Spa has been awesome. It was a great combination they chose for daily race. I ran this so many times. I might put up a few more races of this daily race later on. Very enjoyable. I just saw today that there's rumors, there's some leaks, that Laguna Seca might be the next track, and IBR12 and I come together a little bit, but they're very nice, and they wait for me to rejoin, so I appreciate that for sure. Definitely think that was a racing incident. IBR12 seemed very clean as a racer, so anyway, that incident has caused me to lose a little bit of time to Little Regret. To finish my thought, if Laguna Seca does come to GT Sport, that'll be awesome. Another one of the classic tracks to be added, this being the other one that I was thinking of. So with a lap and a little bit of change to go, let's see how this ends up, whether I'm able to hold off IBR12. .3 laps of fuel remaining, according to the estimate, so no problems there. Gap is around 0.6 or so to Little Regret, over 2 seconds to IBR12, so looking fairly safe from the back. Just need to bring it home safely without making any mistakes, I think. Oh, cutting it real close there to the track limits. So I actually get a very good exit out of Radio, and I'm able to make up quite a bit of ground to Little Regret. So we're side by side here, but Little Regret has the inside, so I don't want to try making a pass on the outside there. I think that's a bad idea. Right on the back of Little Regret again, doing my best to not run into the back of that Corvette. I haven't been paying attention, but fourth place seems to have come up on us, so I think either they made a mistake or Little Regret and I are catching up, lapping faster. So I believe it's a Mercedes. Yes, I do believe so. Was getting a better exit there, but I had to back off. Didn't want to run into Little Regret. But it does seem like Arvois Baron was running out of fuel because Little Regret and I just flew past him. So coming into the last corner here, I have a good run, but I wasn't actually expecting to try to go for a move. I was just going to stay on the outside and go from there, but it worked out, and I went clean around the outside of the first part of the chicane and on the which put me on the inside for the very last corner, and I was able to capitalize and pass Little Regret and get a fourth place. So overall, a great race, I would say. I lost a fair few positions in the beginning from my starting position of fifth, but I was able to keep it mostly consistent, mistake-free, and even make a pass at the last turn, which I didn't really expect, and come home with a fourth place. So super enjoyable running so close with Little Regret and Aguiar 12. That was extremely fun. Anyway, so that's that, and thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you another time.